What did you think of the afternoon that Aaron Judge had?
Yeah, really good. Long at bat there on the first one that he rides out to center field. Just kind of, I think, just kept kind of setting his sights on him. You know, Wells was pitching tough, but he just kept kind of boom, and then outlast him there. Obviously, a base hit to get us going in the first there, and then good aim. You know, the wall of Baltimore was good to us this weekend, this weekend. Kept a couple in the ballpark that they hit maybe, and Judgy had some good aim on the second homer.
I was going to say, did you think that one had enough off the bat?
I liked it. I had a good view of it, but I knew it was going to be close, you know, right at that thing. You know, Judgy was thinking triple off the bat. He's like, here's my triple. So, but I felt like it had a chance, but I knew it was going to be right there, kind of close.
Franchi Cordero added a home run as well. He was a late addition to this team. Can you describe what he's brought to the table from the left side?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Some big homers, big homer today to give us a little bit of a cushion there and give us some breathing room. You know, had a big double early, you know, I think in his first start. He's done the job in the outfield, so he's been a nice shot in the arm for us. You know, maybe obviously unexpected leaving spring training, but he's done a really nice job.
Do you have a sense of what maybe that meant to Franchi, considering he was with the O's during spring training?
I'll ask him, but you know, I'm sure it's a little weird, you know, where you spend, you know, 6-7 weeks with a team and get all the way to the end, and then all of a sudden you're playing against them. So I'm sure that's a little bit of a weird feeling, but I'm sure, you know, anytime, obviously, you know, whether you understand the situation or not, anytime you can, you know, have success against an old team, I'm sure that's always satisfying.
How long has Franchi been on your radar?
I don't think that long, actually. You know, I don't know, you know, but as soon as we knew he was probably going to have an out, you know, we were paying attention to it.
Is that just a product of the spring he had, or anything else?
No. You know, no, it's a product of a young player with a lot of talent, with a lot of upside still, and us kind of having a need and wanting to, you know, keep some depth going, especially early in the season, and he certainly is not only fit that mold, but he's come in and produced right away.
With Nestor, a couple of walks, but pretty much seemed to roll through 5 innings, and then things kind of got a little dicey there in that 6th. What was different about his stuff in the 6th, if anything?
I think he was all right. You know, really, normally I would leave him in there, especially to face Santander. I just weren't going to go over 90 with him today, and that long at bat where Mountcastle threw up a really good at bat and smoked the ball off him. You know, I felt like I had to get him today. But I thought he was sharp, especially after the first inning. Like, he was really strike 1, strike 2, ahead, dictating counts. You know, and they're a tough lineup, man. It's a good team, and you know, they made him work enough to at least get him out of there. But you know, I thought overall he was pretty sharp.
Was your discussion with Bill Miller after that first inning just about the patch that was on the number 44 patch? Wasn't about anything else?
No. Yeah.
And they wanted to darken it because of the white.
Odd that he pitched with that same glove in a whole game against the Phillies and nothing was...
Yeah. Yeah.
When he came out, you went to Albert Abreu. What made Abreu the right choice for you in that spot?
I mean, we just didn't have much today, you know, and I was, in a perfect world, going to try and stay away from Ron, except to come in and clean up an inning in a big spot, which obviously he came in there for, you know, when they pinch hit Vavra and Cedric, and if it got to Rutschman, you know, I wasn't even going to go a full inning necessarily with Ron, so I was going to shoot Ron whenever I could. So yeah, I felt like Albert was the guy there.
Aaron, I'm sure the word isn't surprise, but what does it say about Judge that he gets off to this kind of a start after the type of season that he had last year?
Just, you know, the best player going right now, and hungry and focused and doesn't take anything for granted. And, you know, that's what greatness looks like.
Remember back to last April. How does he compare right now to how he started last year?
He didn't hit a homer for a while last April, right? Better? I don't know. He's always pretty good. You know, even before today, though, I still feel like, I look up, he's got a, 1,000 OPS and hitting over 300, and I feel like he's kind of doing all right now, and then just sticks 2 balls today. He's just a great player, man.
When you have a couple of players that do so well against one single team, is that a product of just how many times you face them, given that the AL East, or what is it about Camden Yards, particularly with Judge and Stanton?
Oh, I think can be random sometimes. Sometimes there's a matchup that favors them and you take advantage. There was a year or two when they were rebuilding where they weren't as strong. It's a different story now, obviously. But that can be, I think that varies year to year. But there are some holdover players, always that maybe is a good matchup for a particular player.
What have you thought of how Clay has started this season?
Really good. Rough first one, but he's come in, and it's really good to see him, bounce back today after a good save last night, especially with the lefties, and just really get ahead and kind of wipe them out there. That was a dominant inning right there. So it was good to see him just in control of counts, getting leverage right away, and that was him working fast and on the attack, and that's what he's capable of.